From the chaos of the Goodwill bins to the calm of my storage bins, let's see what I pulled and how I clean, listed, and got it ready for sale. Well, hello Sequels friends, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into today's video, I do first need to take the time to say thank you. Thank you guys so much. In case you did not watch last week's video, I made a little video on a whim of creating a video about how I've been using ChatGPT to refresh and get sold some old inventory. And you guys, apparently it blew up. I have to tell you guys, I so appreciate it. I'm a little bit in shock. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm also so thrilled that you guys found that very useful and informative. I've kind of been sitting over here on my little corner of YouTube for years, just making videos to help keep me accountable and make sure I'm getting done what I need to do in my part-time reselling business, and to meet other resellers, which has been so fun. I've met so many people. But you guys, I think we have like 600 to 800 new Sequels BFFs. So welcome you guys. It is so wonderful to have you here. It looked like in that video that your number one request was to see some real life examples of how I'm using ChatGPT and maybe like a little beginner intro course. That is for next week's video, but today we are focusing on our regular reseller content, and I'm going to share with you from the Goodwill bins to my storage bins. So let's get into it. So this is a 2-day bins haul, maybe a total of 4 hours between the 2 days. Now, I am still working on getting better at filming while I'm at the bins. I went by myself on Friday afternoon, and it is really hard for me to stop what I'm doing. I'm so into digging to actually photograph or record. But thankfully, on Monday morning, Brent went with me. Brent is my partner, and he took some video so that you guys can kind of see what it looks like in the Asheville bins. I showed you guys some quirky, fun little things I didn't pick up, but let's get into some of the things I did pick up. You guys, I got so much stuff. I'm not gonna bore you with the entire haul, but I thought it would be fun to share you some of my top picks that look like they're gonna have the highest resale value, and then share with you guys just some fun vintagey things that I pick up that I really have no idea what the value is, but I had to save them from the landfill. This is a fun pickup that I had no idea what the resale value was, and I just picked it up for aesthetics alone. Most of these, their tags are so worn you can't even read them, but you have this beautiful peachy pink, cute little lace ruffle. I mean, these are just so cute just to wear. Like, why do you have to wear it to bed? Why can't you just wear it? This blue one with the sheer sleeves. And then this blue one with the ruffle and the ruffle. This one is an 80s brand I've never heard of. It is Shapely Knits, and I love just the contrast, the black and white, the dark black border, and then just that pop of red running through it. Very classic 80s dolman sleeve. Really pretty in a size large. For regular viewers of my channel, you will know that I do not really have luck in the bins with shoes or accessories, but I did find this in the pile, in the go back pile, and it took me a little bit. I had to give it the old sniff test to make sure it smelled like leather, because it looks almost like vinyl, but it is definitely leather. It could use some conditioning, but I'm not sure if you could see right there. It is Hobo. Hobo International is a great brand, great quality brand, and it does have a nice resale value. I'm just gonna use some Dr. Doc Martin, the Wonder Balsam, to just, you know, refresh her a bit, but oh my gosh. And then it's Halloween, guys, and I couldn't resist. This is just basic additions. But you guys, it's Halloween, and for $1.69, all sorts of applique goodness. It is plus size 2X, beadwork, silk, which Love the cat big chunky stars and the plain black back. And then I picked up 2 men's blazers, both in wool. I'm always usually looking for any of them that have elbow pads. The elbow pads sell the fastest, but I do find that this one with the woven buttons on it do very well. Brand. Deanskate. And you can see here it is 100% wool. I got that one day and I got this one another day. I thought the blue color is very pretty. Something a little bit different. You can see the buttons. 2 buttons again. And this one is Barrington. Just be 100% certain when you're at the bins that you're checking over your wool, checking it for moth holes, and make sure if your bins are like ours, they're really dark. So we always push all the way up to the front where the windows are and hold it up to the light so that you don't miss out on any of that. And then last, I'm going to show you my wild card vintage pickups. I have no idea what these are. Maybe you guys can help me out. They are hefty. They are, they feel almost like a sport pant or a coach's pant, but heavy. They all have, every pocket has a real metal zipper. And that is my clue in. These are vintage. And then in the inside it says McGregor, which looks like it is a sportswear brand. From 60s, 70s, but they're stirrup pants. And I don't know anything about the sports. My other half, he's an artist. He doesn't know anything about the sports. So we're not finding anything on the internet. I don't know, like we thought like maybe they're baseball pants. I think I saw something with ice skating with the stirrup. I have no idea. So I'm gonna have to do a bit more research to list them, but just based on the age, usually stuff like this for just $1.69 in the bins tends to have a surprise payout. And then longtime Sequels friends know that I love to pick up fabric when I am at the bins. I have sold a lot of fabric and some for a decent price. Designers are looking for it. People who DIY are looking for it. The only thing to let you know is that you do have to sit on it. So if your business model is not set up to sit on goods, I typically try not to because I have a small setup, but these don't take up a lot of space. So I couldn't resist. Wait till you guys see. There was clearly a fabric store that went out of business in my area because there was tons of fabric and it was all labeled in the bins, and I could not resist. I haven't even counted up the yardage yet, but look at this gorgeous tropical print. It almost looks like a linen. Plumeria's on there, hibiscus, I don't know, what a bird of paradise, what all is this? Almost like a linen, like a broadcloth, and there's a decent amount of yardage on here. I've seen similar fabrics that have been made into dresses and they are gorgeous. This is a polka dot, but it has a really cool retro Americana red, white, and blue border with the polka dots and the bows. Oh, it's so adorable. And I know the thrifty sewing gals who love retro stuff will be into that. My own nostalgia pickup because this just looks like, as a Florida girl, my grandma's couch. Very 90s pastel Golden Girls. And this is a really thick upholstery level fabric. And this one, you guys, is 70s vibes all the way. I mean, even if you just use this for a tablecloth, it would be absolutely gorgeous. Make a dress out of it, some tops out of it. Oh. So those are my vintage wild cards. So now that you've seen a bit of the haul, let's talk about what happens once I get home. Now, I love to use laundry baskets when I'm at the bins instead of bags. I can easily toss things into the bins. Those bins can then easily be transferred into my car and from my car into my office, which is stop number 1 for everything to be itemized on my handy dandy spreadsheet. Stop number 2, if applicable, is off into the laundry room. This is how I turn an under $2 fine into a $40, $50, $60 plus fine by laundering it. Super easy, doesn't take much time. Use a little bit of OxiClean odor remover, and I always make sure to do a double rinse and triple check those washer dryer settings so there's no surprises. Everything is clean and freshly laundered except for a few of the items that I can't wash. They're either dry clean only or like this wool, and I do like to use, oops, wrong side. I do just like to use this odor eliminator. This is just Walmart brand on them, and I'll usually open it and spritz the inside, spritz the front, spritz the outside. So a big thing to remember if you are going to do this, I do this when everything else is being laundered. So this will end up sitting on this rack for a couple of days while I get through photography and listing. And once everything is in list perfectly, I will then put it away. If you spritz this with this and you put it away in a poly bag, then there will be a very chemical odor that you don't normally smell with this, and it is very off-putting to me. If you are going to use an odor eliminator like this, instead of using like putting it out in the sunlight or using like a vodka spray, then be sure to leave it out for a couple of days to air out. Now that everything's clean, it's time for photography, and I do like to batch photography. Everything on Miss Mannequin gets done together, all the hanging items get done together, all the accessories get done together, just for maximum efficiency. Are you helping? No. I'm getting in the way. Measuring is also part of the photography process, and after all those pictures are taken, I move everything over to my desktop and then I get to listing. I use List Perfectly so I can list as much as I can in a single day and then shoot them out to the platforms on a daily basis to feed the algorithm. Last step, let's get it packaged up. After a quick folding and poly bag sesh, it is time to put everything away. We are in the final step here. Just need to put everything in its totes, being sure to keep track of the numbers and adding them to my spreadsheet so they are super easy to find when they get sold. And there you guys have it. From chaos to calm, from the Goodwill bins to my storage bins. Let me know which item you guys would have definitely picked up by leaving a comment below. I love to hear from you. And don't forget, because next Wednesday I'm going to drop that ChatGPT list an item with me where I'm going to go through the exact process of the prompts that I used so that you can see in real time how those prompts work and how you can go ahead and use ChatGPT to update your stale listings. As always, I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and a big thank you to all the new Sequels BFFs. It is so wonderful to have you as subscribers. If you haven't subscribed and you've made it this far, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ring-a-ding-a-ling the bell so that you're notified when videos drop on Wednesdays, as well as shorts sporadically throughout the week. And one more thing before I go, I have to say, don't forget, here at Sequels, the remake can outshine the original. Have a fabulous week, guys. Bye.